Greetings, fam. This is part 3 of the jobs video. In this third part, I'm going to be talking about some jobs that we can do. That's going to cost. It's going to be a little larger investment. In the last two videos on jobs, part 1 and part 2, we talked about. I talked about some things that some businesses and some jobs that you can some businesses that you can start and start and you hire a few people and start developing some jobs right in your own community with your family and with your friends. Today we're going to be discussing on a larger scale some businesses that we can do. Businesses like before I go into the businesses, let me say this. I want to make this disclaimer that we are not competing against any multi-billion-dollar corporations. That is not our goal, not at all. What we are doing is manufacturing uh, goods that we that we buy and that we buy and use on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, pretty much. And so that's what I'm talking about. Simple products that we use that are easy to manufacture and they're cost efficient. It don't cost a lot of money to manufacture them. And the beauty of this is because black people been left as nothing but consumers. We don't have any businesses in our neighborhoods throughout this whole United States and in this sort of thing. But yet we're nearly 50 million strong. And everybody that comes to this country, they come to this country and they prey on us. They make most of their money from us through the things that we buy, through be it clothes or food or cosmetics, whatever it is. They come here and they sell it to us, and we can't even buy and sell things to each other. Well, those days are coming to an abrupt halt because now with 50 billion strong, and we know that we're nothing but consumers. 50 million strong rather, and we know we're nothing but consumers. Well, here's what I like to show you how we can consume between ourselves. Like I said, these smaller things, these smaller items that we can manufacture and buy and sell to each other. Really simple. And I'm talking about billions and billions and billions of dollars that we spend on these things. I mean, on condiments that we spend. I mean, condiments are not easy to make, are not hard to make. I mean, cleaning, cleaning, cleaning fluids and cleaning stuff to clean with. Okay, you're talking about bathroom cleaner, kitchen cleaner, floor polishes, different things like that. That stuff is major easy to produce, to manufacture, and why not manufacture it and buy and sell from one another? And we're going to talk a little later about that. So I want to first say that we are not competing with any corporations, these billion-dollar corporations. Only thing we're going to be doing is instead of buying from them, we can manufacture it and buy it from each other. It's just that simple. And it's enough of us out there. And if we do it right, and once we learn how to do it right, once we learn our proper place and how to help each other and how to truly love each other, then things is going to change for us drastically and seemingly overnight. But some of the businesses that we can do are businesses like, and one of the main ones, when I'm talking about products and goods and services that we use every day, we use toilet paper every day, people. Every single day. We need to have at least around the United States at least 12 toilet paper manufacturers. And we're going to talk about the groups later, but I've identified 12 different groups that we can start. Something that's very simple. Something that when I'm talking about subdividing, something very simple that we can do. But you're talking about 12 different groups with 3.5, 4 million people in each group. That's nearly 50 million. That's us. That's us right there. And there's a lot of things that we can do, a lot of things that we can do to generate, but like to generate jobs for people, and you'll be surprised. I mean, if we have 12 different groups and we have one toilet paper manufacturer in, and just say a group of 3.5 to 4 million people, and those 3.5 to 4 million, and those 3.5 to 4 million people in that group who identifies with that particular group, and they're committed to at least looking at each other's goods and services before they go outside their group to spend their dollars. So if you got 3.5, 4 million people in your group, and everybody got to use toilet paper, I mean everybody. I mean, you can clearly see that there's some folks that can. There's some billions to be made, just in one group, billions. Which means, you know, you know how many jobs you can create, and we need to have at least 12 of those, scattered throughout the United States. You know, I mean, how about garbage bags? We all use garbage bags. I'm talking about trash bags, garbage bags, sandwich bags, freezer bags, bags. The equipment to buy, let me back up for a little bit. The equipment to go and buy, what's the first one I said? The toilet paper manufacturing equipment. I mean, that stuff starts at $30,000, $30, $40, $50,000. And it can go all the way up to $300,000. It depends on how big you want it. But you can start off small, and we're going to talk about that a little later. You can start off, I mean, this is a business. Let me just give you an example. And let me use 2 or 3 businesses, either a toilet paper manufacturing business, or either a garbage bag manufacturing business. Okay, so this equipment, the equipment is it's pretty much the same. I mean, it's not the same, but I mean, from a cost perspective, you're talking about, you know, 30, 40. You can start out with $30,000-$40,000 worth of equipment to get things started. And like I say, you can evolve. You can grow as large as you want to grow. You can grow into a huge factory or a small factory, or a little small independent factory, whatever it is. It depends on your client base. And if you're operating in a group with 3.5 to 4 million people in this group, then you're going to be selling a lot of bags, garbage bags. And so you'll be able to hire people. Okay. But here's how you can start those businesses. Let me just use my family for an example, myself for an example. And there's millions, there's millions of us out there just like myself, but I'm gonna use myself. I come from a large family. We have small, medium, and large families, you know, black families in the United States. I come from a large family. It was 11 of us, okay? And I think there's still 8 of us living right now, but there was 11 of us, okay? And obviously, you know, I'm on the bottom at 65. I'm one of the ones on the bottom, you know. Yeah, I got a brother in his 80s, you know, other siblings up in their 70s and things. So, you know, obviously we have children that are in their 40s and, you know, some 50s and on down, you know, 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, you know, that sort of thing. So, I mean, and then they have children that are grown. So I'm identifying 3 generations now in families that have grown children in there, all blood relatives, and they all are college educated, most of them. And if they're not, they're doing very well. Those that aren't college educated with different skill sets and different things like that. Do you know you can take 30 to 50 people? There's 50 people right in my immediate. I got 100-something nieces and nephews. There's 50 of them that could come up with $1,000 tomorrow, and you can do this in any family in America. You come up with $1,000. You got 50 people. You got $50,000. You can go out and start anything you want, any kind of manufacturing company you want to with that kind of bread. Okay, you can go and get the equipment. You could almost pay for it out front. You know, own this. You know, you're not. You know, but I'm saying you can go out and start these kinds of businesses from a family business. And the key to the success of that, see, everybody have the ability to do that in their families. But our problem has been we can't open up businesses, and we don't open up businesses because we don't have anybody to spend with us. And this is what the subdivision comes in at. We're going to get a little more deeper. We're going to get a little deeper at it in a little later. But right now, I just want to identify some of these some of these businesses and some of the things that we can do. But the bottom line is, you can clearly see you can come up with enough money in families. And every year there's family reunions. I mean, you could come up with 100 people in families. They come up with $500 or $1,000. 500. You get 100 people to come up with $1,000. That's $100,000. You get 100 people to come up with $500. You talking about what were you talking about? $50,000. That's enough money to do a lot of things with. So when you start looking at these family reunions, I mean, I see pictures and things out there, people's family reunions all online and stuff like that. I mean, some of y'all have some huge gatherings. I'm talking about hundreds. I mean, your blood relatives. You guys are you're grown. All you boomers are grown. Your home's paid for. College loans are paid off. You're helping your children. You know, you're real comfy right about now. Help your children. Help your grandchildren. Put some money together. Put some money together and let them start a business. And start a business and see how that goes. You're not too old just because you 65, 67 and you retired. You retired from what? So what are you doing in your retirement? Are you traveling the world every day? Do you have it like that? You know, some of y'all may do. Some of y'all may have it like that, you know. But most of you don't. You know, so why not help your family? Why not help your people? And those are easy ways to do it. And you'll love it, especially if you're older. You'll love it just watching them youngsters, your children and your grandchildren out there that are grown and using that college education now for themselves, using it for themselves. See, that's what's so powerful. So that's one business, and that's the way that you can start. That's where you can fund these businesses right now. There's enough money in families, in black families throughout America, that have enough money that everybody can come up with. People can come up with $500 or $1,000, and you guys can come up with $30, $50, $100,000, $200,000 like it's nothing. You could plan it out. Hey, when you come to the family reunion, everybody bring $500. You know what I'm saying? You ready to rock and roll. You can start anything you want, and how you keep that going is how you maintain that. The only way to maintain that is through subdivision. Because if you just have a family business, your family will buy your toilet papers, but them other Negroes around the nation are not, unless we have an understanding. And this is where the understanding is going to have to come in. We have to subdivide, folks. We have to subdivide in order to come together. We can't do it monolithically as a group. There's no group on the face of the earth. You're talking about Asians, you're talking about whites, and you can talk about Latinas, and they are all separated into different groups. And black Americans are the only ones. You know, you got Cubans, you got Puerto Ricans, you got Dominicans, you got Dominicans, you got Haitians, you got Bahamians, then you got Swedish, you got Russians, you got Britons. You know, I mean, you can go through. You got Koreans, you got Japanese, you got Vietnamese. You can go through all the different ethnicities, and then you get down to black people. You say black people. Folks, we have to subdivide. And actually, we have to understand what that subdivision means. We have to talk about that. But the businesses that I'm talking about in our community, once we understand subdivision and how powerful a tool it is, you're going to be able to keep all those billions that we spend outside our community, we're going to be able to keep them inside of our community just by doing little bitty things. Yeah, they labeled us consumers, but guess what? See, what they forgot is 50 million of us nearly. And when you start consuming between yourselves, guess what? They didn't plan on that. They didn't plan on you having enough sense to make some ketchup and some mustard and some pickle relish and sell it to each other. They didn't plan on you making some window cleaner and floor polish and bathtub and towel cleaner. They didn't plan on you manufacturing that and buying it from each other. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the only way we are gonna get ahead. This is the only way we're gonna win. Okay, and how that happens is this. Because see, once you subdivide, now you in one of 12 groups. You have a group of people. Okay, that are committed to your group. I'm talking about 3.5, 4 million people. So now you got 3.5, 4 million people that are committed in each of those 12 groups to spending with each other first, or at least looking at each other's goods to make a commitment to almost, since we bank at the same bank, we have similar ideas. Let's all bank together, and then we can all shop and spend from each other. That's provided you got some good quality products and services that I can use. And I got some that you can use. We can go back and forth like that with each other. And until we get to that point, you're gonna stay up with a job. You're gonna stay with no voice because you can't even. I'm talking about they gonna make it. I ain't gonna even go there right now. But the bottom line is, that's how easy this is, and that's how important subdivision is. Because see, once you subdivide, now you got 3.5 to 4 million people in your group that's gonna look at your products or your services before they go outside that group. And if you got some quality, guess what? People are gonna buy your stuff. And you can listen. If you only count on 10%, so if 3.5 or 4 million people in your group, you're talking about you talking about 350,000 to 350 to 400,000 units you can sell a month to those people. If it's something that if it's a product that they need to buy monthly, if it's a product they need to buy weekly, you count on that. You know what I mean? Count on just 10%. I'm talking about, folks, you can do a whole lot better than what you're doing on those little jobs. Believe me, on those little minimum wage jobs. And most of you not even making $14 an hour minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? Most of you not even getting that. A lot of you not getting that. The national average is 16. And to be able to afford a 2-bedroom apartment in pretty much anywhere in the country, you need to make about $21.21 an hour. Otherwise, you in trouble. And especially if you live in cities like Seattle and Los Angeles and San Francisco and New York and that sort of thing. You can't afford to live there. You can't afford it. And so what the subdivision is going to do, it's going to make us love each other. It's going to make us, first of all, it's going to make us create quality products, because you're going to have 3.5 to 4 million people in your group that's going to look at your products and have a potential to buy products from you. So that means you're not going to slap anything together. You're going to make some quality products. And you're going to have a huge base, a huge built-in black base, people that look like you to buy and sell to. Real simple. And now think about it. If you got something that nobody else has, I'm talking about now you got nearly 50 million people that you can sell your stuff to. But I'm talking about, we need toilet paper manufacturers. We need at least 12, one each group. I'm talking about, and all of them gonna make billions of dollars and can hire a ton of people. Same thing with the bags. Look here. Look, the same equipment. This equipment costs about the same, y'all. It don't cost a lot of money. I'm talking about for making I'm talking about veggie chips, plantain chips. I'm talking about the potato chip making machines. We don't have to give these other companies all of your money. There's 600 brands of potato chips out here. I told you guys that a long time ago. I mean, so somebody's buying the chips. And black people, you guys, they have treated us so bad, but the Creator has put us in such a beautiful position, because now look at us. I mean, we've been dogged, downtrodden, beat down forever, but we nearly 50 million strong. And I'm talking about, all you got to do is look at each other. You ain't got to love me, love each other, or like each other. All you got to do is get in the groups that kind of halfway think alike, and now that's how y'all roll. Because we've been subdivided now since we've been here. I mean, now if you want to talk about, really, let's kick subdivision for a minute, and then I'm gonna give you some benefits of subdivision. Let's go all the way back to slavery. Okay, I'm talking about 14th, 15th century. I'm talking about house Negroes and field Negroes. Now, if that wasn't subdivision, you tell me what it was. That's subdivision. I'm talking about them two distinct, different mentalities of people. People out in the field wanted to run away and kill something. People inside was, yes, a boss. Let me hug you. Let me rub you. Is we's okay today? Is we sick? You understand me? Totally. Now let's go back to the early 1900s. The two leading. I'm talking subdivision. The two leading scholars of the day, Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois. Okay. Those were the two. They've subdivided to the core, to the bone. You're talking about the talented 10th? You're talking about dark skin and light skin back then. It ain't really changed much, but it's still undercover. But we're talking about subdivision. Booker T advocated self-reliance. Do for self, have your own. You be your own electrician, your own plumber. You be your own man. Don't worry about racism. Don't worry about none of that foolishness. Because if you are your own man, you understand me? They can't do nothing to you. But if you got to go, and W.E.B. Du Bois he believed in paternalism. Let's go get a good education so we can go get a good job. How's that working for y'all? So who won that argument back in the day? It's clear to me. It's crystal clear. Okay, so now let's jump. Let's jump to the mid '60s. I mean, that was what I'm talking about. That was the early 1900s, right? Yeah, with Booker T and W.E.B. Du Bois. Okay, now let's jump to the mid '60s. Let's go with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. We talking about subdivision once again. We talking about nonviolent and violent. And I was down with Malcolm. I've learned to appreciate and respect Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. I didn't before, till I learned more about him and saw how how he really was. I'm telling you, he was down. But see, that information wasn't available at that time. I just thought he was a nice guy. Till I turned the other cheek, I wasn't with it. I was with by any means necessary. You understand me? And so, but even look there. See, we were subdivided. You had those that talking about turning the other cheek, those that talking about picking up guns and tearing something up. Okay. Now let's jump from the '60s. Let's go to the 2000s. I'm jumping 100 years, 100 years, 50 years. Now let's jump to the 2000s. When Mr. Barack Obama was on the scene, look at Tavis Smiley and Cornel West. I'm talking about hated the man. I'm talking about that was subdivision. I'm talking about they did everything in their power to get people to see who this man was and what he was about, and they all of them went back and forth, and that's subdivision, y'all. We've been divided. Some of y'all was with them and some of y'all was with him. I'm trying to tell you. And let's go to modern day. I don't know who look at what, but even now, I mean, you're talking about with the youngsters out there. You know, I'm talking about you talking about Dr. Boyce and Tariq, Rashid and Dr. Umar. I mean, look at all of this. That's subdivision. That's subdivision. Most of Dr. Umar's folk come from the hood. He tried to help them sisters out there, a lot of them single sisters out there, a lot of them single moms, you know, ain't very highly educated, and some of them that are just busy and just don't know. So he tried to help them. They try to help them with their kids and things. And Dr. Boyce's group is more like college educated. And I'm not, you know, I'm not speaking for or against either one of them. I'm just saying subdivision. These are two different, distinct mentalities and groups, folks. And let me explain this to you. When you talk about subdivision, it ain't a black person in America. Now, if you live in where you live, if you live in the city you living in now, then you pretty much familiar where you are, so you know where you're going back and forth. It ain't a black person in America that you have to think first. Let me see, now where am I going? Oh, some relatives come. Oh, don't go over there, girl. Hey, that south side is rough over there. Or that west side, you get killed over there. Or the east side, oh, that ain't for black folks. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we've been subdivided ever since I can remember. Y'all don't go skating if the wrong kind of black people was at that skating rink. Y'all don't go to the movies. Y'all have to think, let me see, what's playing, what we go. Oh, we ain't going on that one because we don't like them kind of people, them kind of Negroes over there. Y'all know this. We are subdivided. We need to have a national conversation, people. We need to have a national conversation to confirm the fact that there's some differences. And it's no better than others. They're just like saying light skin and dark skin. That's some stupid shit. But some people still own that. Okay? All of it's dumb. You understand me? We've all been miseducated. And I'm working really hard trying to unlearn all that foolishness that I learned. I'm working real hard at it. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is subdivision is powerful, people. And we have to do it in order for us to come together. Once we subdivide, we're going to be able to keep, our dollar is going to go in 12 different groups. And let me break the groups down for you. Because when we talk about subdividing, I've broken it down, and I've done this 3 or 4 or 5 times. It don't matter how you break it down. I'm just trying to throw something out there for conversation, folks. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of things, you know, and so here's what I'm saying. When I'm talking about subdividing, I got 4 groups. I got 4 groups. So I got 3 groups with 4 different categories. So you're talking about 2 categories is educated, college educated, and 2 categories is non-college educated. You got college educated group, then you got a Greek letter college educated group. So that's for the alphas and the deltas and the sororities and the fraternities, folks, okay, who went through college. Some of them didn't have that experience, so you got 2 different groups of educated people, okay? And then we got 2 groups of non-educated people. Okay, you can talk about a group of non-educated, or no, two groups of college-educated people and two groups of non-college educated people. Which means, you know, you're talking about people in the skilled trades. I mean, you know, hey, they may not have a college degree, but they got a journeyman card. They're electricians, they're plumbers, they're, you know what I'm saying? These type of things. They went to beauty and barber school, or what have you. You know, skilled trade, they're CNC operators and different things like that. So they got skills. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of them, you know, so, but they didn't go through the school to get the BS or BA or MBA or different things like that. So that's a group of non-college, and then the other group of non-college could either high school diploma or not. It's just people that, hey, you could be a entrepreneur, you could be a janitor, you could be a restaurant worker, you could be a you could be a Uber or Lyft driver, you could be a sanitation engineer. I mean, all these types of things. So there's 4 different groups: 2 educated, 2 college educated, and 2 non-college educated. And now, so you get in where you fit in. Out of those 4 groups, there's 3 categories, people. We talking about millennials, 18 to 20, 18 to, what is it, millennial, 18 to 34. You're talking about Generation Xers, 35 to 50. And then boomers, 51 to 69. So there's 3 different groups, 4 different categories. So that's 12 different groups. We can subdivide into 12 different groups. And you have to be on those, to start the conversation. But here's what I'm saying, and this ought to really do it, because see, I've identified some businesses that we can start right now and start taking this money back, like toilet paper, like garbage. I mean, these types of things, chips, snack food. I'm talking about. There's so many different products, and I'm not going to even get into this part yet. But these are there too, because we talking about later on down the road as we start making money. Because I'm talking about, this is a 12-month plan. This is a 12-month plan with the subdivision. And with the subdivision, how we do that is, and it's really easy. If this is Black History Month, okay? In 12 months from now, we're back into another Black History Month. Black family, if we took the time right now with these with your black families, who's college educated, who's got money, who's got tenure on your job, some of y'all retired and got money just sitting there. Listen, people, you can start with your family. You know your family. You know who they are. You can start right in your family with toilet paper manufacturing. I mean, you know how many people you can hire? You can start with your family, hiring them, getting that thing up and rolling, and you're going to get more orders in than you can handle initially. That's why I said we need 1 in each group. If we got 3.5 to 4 million people in those 12 different groups, then we need a toilet paper manufacturer in each group. We need at least one. So let's say we got 1 in each group, and everybody in that group, let's just say 70% of the people in that group buy toilet paper from them. You know how many billions of dollars that is? You could stand 2 or 3 toilet paper manufacturers in a group, because there's that kind of money out there. I'm talking about, see, once we understand that we have to spend our dollars between ourselves, it's a wrap, y'all. And while you spending your dollars between yourselves, while you see, here's what's happening. While you're thinking about your businesses, while you taking these conversations, because right now we can start these businesses right now. Okay, these businesses can be started right now because you got family out there that has money right now. There's other people out there that want to make other little small products and different things like that. We can make that stuff right now, folks. We need it right now. People are buying things. Okay, we need it now. Some of y'all can listen. We also have see, there's a huge market for cosmetics, perfumes, hair care products, and all that stuff. And I ain't talking about the stuff that L'Oreal and all these other folks own. Listen, I'm talking about black people. This is another area that there's so much room out there. If you got 3.5 or 4 million people in your group, we need lotion, we need shea butter, we need hair products, we need makeup. Listen, folks, out of the $1.2 trillion that we're going to spend in 2018, that we're going to earn in 2018, 1.2 trillion. Listen, a quarter of that, 1/4 of that goes on cosmetics. Okay. I mean, that's hair care, nail care, all of the above. That's 1/4 of everything we make on looking good, y'all. That's 1/4. So now, why would we leave that money there for L'Oreal and for P&G and for all these other companies out there to take that money when you can go and manufacture some simple products yourself? Simple stuff. I ain't talking about, well, you got to go get the FDA in there, and I'm talking about some hair grease, some hair oil, some lotion. So, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to make that, y'all. Carol's daughter is not black, y'all. There's a whole lot of them out there, but L'Oreal owns Carol's daughter. So because her face is on the product, that don't mean that that's black. That they none of that dollar, ain't none of them dollars going in your community. None of them, not a penny of it. So folks, I'm telling you, there's some things that we can do that's going to shake this thing, man. I'm talking about, and it can start right now. Like I say, this is Black History Month in February. By the end of this month, right now, we need to be having a conversation about. See, and here's why I say, if black people just took, there's 38 black-owned banks and credit unions. I think there's like 22 black banks, 17, 18 black-owned credit unions. Now, black people, we need to put our money in a black bank for 12 months. If we do this for 12, that's the 12-month plan that we're talking about. If we do it for 12 months, guess what? You're going to want to do it for 12 more months, and until the eternity, because it's going to work. But let me explain this to you, what I said about the 12-month plan. In 12 months, if we start right now in February, and some of y'all who just don't believe in black banks, you just want to, you can't not see yourself putting your money in a black bank. I'm talking about all your I'm talking about your direct deposits and all that. Let's do this then. Let's do this. Let's do the almost it's almost 50 million of us. Let's do this. Let's put 100. Those of you that don't want to put your money in the black bank, and some of you, because you know black bankers, and you like, shit, I ain't put my money in that bank. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know them, y'all party with them, so you know what they do. So, but I got another plan for that too. So we on something. We ain't gonna worry about that, because banks are banks. They all insured. Your money get messed up, you got some recourse. But here's the deal: we put our money in a black bank for 12 months. So if you start in February, by this time, in 2019, February 2019, with nearly 50, let's just say 40 million people putting $100 a month in a savings account in a black bank. Do you understand how many billions of dollars we're gonna have? And that's why you still making plans to start your own businesses. And see, while you planning these businesses out, you're stacking $100. While you planning these businesses out and you're stacking $100, guess what, y'all? And I mentioned it in the other video. So if you didn't hear the other video, you need to go back and hear that one. Because in that one I'm talking about, I showed them in Chicago and everywhere else how to take back every dollar that you spend in the little neighborhoods. I'm talking about with moving markets. I'm talking about moving markets. You're going to take all your money back. So here's what I'm saying. While you're putting $100 a month in a savings account for 12 months. So your dollars are sitting there with 40 other million people, and those lending institutions are going to be investing those dollars, okay, and making more money to help us, okay? Help us. Okay, so but here's the deal. So you got your money in the black bank, and you're saving $100 a month to do something special with, okay? And at the same time, simultaneously, you have started to stop spending in your neighborhoods all over America, because there's no black businesses. The few black businesses are there, blow them up. And the ones that aren't there, guess what? That's where the moving markets come in. You can start immediately on your moving markets. I'm talking about, you got vans, you got Jeeps, you got the back of your trunk, you got all types of things. Look at the video, because I broke it down really simple how to go in there and take all your money back that you spending with the Arabs and all the with all the mother people that's in your neighborhood. You understand me? You can get them out your neighborhood, without throwing a brick, without no protest, without no march. You put your money in a black bank. You save $100 a month. You discussing the kind of businesses the kind of products and services that you're going to be manufacturing. You spending with each other, and now we starting this national conversation about who we want to mob up with in this particular bank over here, and this particular bank over here, and this particular bank over here. So as you're starting to change things, you're changing things in your community. Businesses should be springing up every day out the trunk of your cars. We ought to be seeing moving markets all over the place. All over the place, y'all. Look at the video. It's easy to do. You can do it in any city in America. Any city in America. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. So while you got your so now you got your money going in a black bank. You got plans uh, to open up, all these businesses all over. And the main thing is, I'm talking about, listen, black families. Don't you know you that's educated, that y'all can put together, 50, 75, $100,000. Don't you know you're gonna be able to parlay those if you start a toilet paper manufacturing company, a bag manufacturing company, or anything, chip man, anything like that. Let me tell you something. Your business is gonna get so big, you're gonna turn into a conglomerate. You're going to turn into a your business is going to turn into a multi-billion dollar business. You're going to be able to hire a whole lot of people. I'm talking about, because now we have finally focused in on how to spend our dollars. We're consumers, we're spenders. So now that's fine. So now here is a way that we can spend our dollars with each other. We can spend our dollars with each other, y'all. I'm talking about, it's that simple. It's really that simple. This is Black History Month, and I'd be remiss if I didn't quote you one of my mentors' quotes. Dr. Chancellor Williams says, "For no matter what the factual data were, all books written about blacks by their conquerors reflected the conquerors' viewpoints. Nothing else should have been expected." Okay? He also says Africans and persons of African descent must assume the primary responsibility and leadership in historical research if we are to continue to leave practically all important historical research and writing concerning the black race to the white man. Then we must be prepared to accept uncomplainingly the white man's point of view. This plan will change Black America overnight, okay? For the first time in Black American history, there is a plan that can change Black lives forever, okay? In 12 months. The only reason why we don't do it or cannot see it is because we've been miseducated, okay? Let me read you a quote by Dr. Amos Wilson. He says, "Education is good to the extent that it solves your problems. When you do not educate your children to solve the problems that will confront them and us, then they are being miseducated." He says, "Intelligence must be defined in terms of the degree in which it solves your problems." He also says, "How different would our education be if we went to school to learn to create jobs for ourselves?" That's heavy. And lastly, he says, "When you are filled with self-hatred, your mind is reversed, meaning you will love the things that destroy you and you will hate the things that advance your growth." That's scary, people. Here is Dr. John Henry Clarke he's one of my favorites, obviously. He's the man. Here are a couple of quotes from Dr. John Henry Clarke, since this is Black History Month. "To control a people, you must first control what they think about themselves and how they regard their history and culture. And when your conqueror makes you ashamed of your culture and your history, he needs no prison walls and no chains to hold you." It's powerful. It says, "Powerful people cannot afford to educate the people that they oppress, because once you are truly educated, you will not ask for power, you will take it." And lastly, he says, "We will have taken one giant step forward when we face this reality. Powerful people never teach powerless people how to take their power away from them." You heard? And the last person I want to quote for this Black History Month is Willie Solinka. And he says, "The man dies and all those that keep silent." Books of all forms, books and all forms of writings are terror to those who wish to suppress truth. We got to read, folks. We got to. The man dies and all who keep silent in the face of tyranny. That's very powerful. That's powerful right there. It's powerful piece. See now, once we subdivide, and now we got nearly 50 million people working on the same page. Now you're going to be able to open up any kind of business you want. And that $50 billion that's spent on in the hair care industry, that's coming to you black people now. Set your businesses up because that's automatically coming to you. You ain't got to fight, march, do nothing. You just stop going to their businesses and you go get that hair. And if you got to sell off the trunk of your car, the trunk of your Jeep, out of a van, it don't matter. And this is why subdivision is so powerful, because once you subdivide and you put yourself in one of the 12 groups, guess what's going to happen? Now, people in that group going to buy from you first, you know? So, and if somebody in another group got better hair than you, guess what? They go and get it over there. But there's going to be somebody going to still want that cheaper version. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so if you got synthetic hair that come from a horse, it's going to get sold. Or if you got that one that come from the human, straight off the human's head, that's going to get sold. Don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about all the things that we spend on, it's all coming back. I'm talking about by the billions. And all those billions can be yours. All those billions can be yours. You don't have to ask anybody's permission to do this. You don't have to ask any permission. You don't need anybody's permission. The simple things that I'm talking about, this is simple manufacturing. I'm talking about you can do this, you can do this, you can do this anywhere. Simple stuff. Just like canned goods. I mean, people went from canning to major businesses. Okay, people. I'm talking about we need furniture, place everything that we buy, and I'm on the services as well. We need the services as well, but certainly the tangible things that we spend on. We need the tangible and intangible things. Okay, and we're gonna spend money on all of it, but certainly the things that we're spending on. That we can manufacture and sell amongst each other. That's a no-brainer. And like to say the hair care stuff, that's 50 to 75, almost $100 billion coming back right there. You're talking about just cosmetics and nail polish and all the hair stuff we spend on our hair and all that. That's all. We're talking about $250 million. We're talking about $250 billion is what we're spending on that. That money should come right back to us ASAP. You don't need anybody's permission to get that. Only thing you need to do is subdivide, because once you subdivide, now you have a built-in group. You got 3.5 to 4 million people, or however many people is in your group, that's going to look at your products and your services first. It's a wrap. You ain't got to go nowhere. You ain't got to go outside your community. If you live in Chicago, New York, LA, some of these other cities are going to be a little more challenging. And hey, holler at your boy, because I done been there and I can show you exactly how to do them. I use Chicago as an example because I'm from the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I love the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is, the bottom line is, this thing could get done really easy. You don't have to spend as you stacking $100 a month, as you saving $100. If you don't want to put all your money in the Black Bank, just put $100 a month in the Black Bank in your savings account. That alone for 12 months. Do you know how many billions of dollars that's going to be? That can be leveraged into some major chips, y'all. Wow. Oh, the story it's only going to get better. It's going to get greater and greater and greater. Believe me, I'm still coming. But this piece right here, you can't ignore this. You can't ignore this, folks. I'm not one to pass information on. I mean, I'm not one to go, you check this out. I'm not one of them. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm just not. I know many of y'all aren't. You know, I've seen people say, don't pass me, don't send me no chain, don't send me nothing that I got to pass on, because I ain't doing it. And I'm feeling you. But there's some things. I had a partner who had some issues. It was prostate and things. And so he said, man, can you pass? Absolutely. And I did that. I did it one time. Because he asked me, and I did it. Because I don't share information. I don't do that. But there's some things that you got to pass on, folks. I mean, it's like if somebody getting killed over there, you and you know that. Everybody walk down the street got killed, so you just gonna sit on it. I ain't gonna tell nobody nothing. You know you're gonna say, hey man, you gonna sound the alarm. They getting killed over there. Y'all may not go over there. Well, this is one of them deals, y'all. I'm talking about every single one of y'all can be in business if you choose. And if you don't want to go in business, you can certainly work for a great business. The people look just like you. You get your voice back. All you corporate slaves, I'm sorry, I mean all you corporate guys and gals out there that work for these corporations and can't say shit, bet not say nothing, bet not open up your mouth. I know you want your voice back. You come home and say it and vent to your spouses and your children and stuff, but you can't say it at work because you know you lost that job. Gone for telling the truth. I don't want to stand up for the anthem because it's a racist song. And the national anthem was a tool, was a military industrial complex tool to sing it during the national anthem of games. So, because that was a recruiting tool. You understand me? To recruit these young boys to come in there, young white boys, because we wasn't even going to games then, and they wouldn't let us in. You know what I'm saying? So to recruit young white boys to go to the military so they can go and fight for all the stuff that America has been stealing from folks and taking from folks. That's what that was for. Now you understand the third stanza is racist, and now they're gonna still make you sing it. I mean, you don't have a voice. They're gonna make you say Happy Columbus Day, Happy Thanksgiving, oh happy, and you hate it. It's a fairy tale, but you got to play the fairy tale if you want to make that little six figures you making, 7 figures. Some of y'all make 8 and 10 figures. You know what I'm saying? That's like that's a lie, man. I mean, and it's catching up with us, because look at us. We got nothing. We own nothing. And they still make us lie. I mean, we built this country and can't get nothing? Oh, no. They can't get that off. No. You put your money where it's supposed to be, and I guarantee you're going to get some reparations. I guarantee you're going to get some act right. You're going to get a whole lot of act right. Because these people know they're wrong. They know they're wrong. They know they're wrong. Shit. They straight wrong. Clowning us. Still clowning us.